What's up with y'all? We got another special where me and my man Cody sit down and we go crazy. It's like 4:02 today. We're over at the Redlion Tattoo, and we're gonna give you another little ghetto AI where we just have a little conversation about what's going on with us, different topics, which is a regular ass conversation about shit that's going on. Before we get started today, I am gonna do a little housekeeping today. First and foremost, shout out to Red Lion Tattoo for letting us be here for this project. I know we both thankful. 4030 Studios, we got another tiny shop this weekend. Y'all ain't doing shit, tapped in. 420 weekend also, in conjunction with St. Clair Superior. We want y'all to start getting the word out for Saturday, May 10th over for the St. Clair Superior Mother's Day event. It's community festival, so come out. It's gonna be hosted by a lot of people from the neighborhood, and our good buddy Harold is putting that on. And I do want to give one of our little sponsors is on. The music you hear in the back is Jamal Cody. He is also a Cody, and he's providing us. Look him up on SoundCloud, Spotify, everything. And I know they're going to be having something on the 28th of this month over at Riff with Krista Freehands. A little more house cleaning. Tonight is Thursday. It's going to be drawing night. That's every third Thursday up in this joint in Cleveland, Ohio. We try to do the drawing night. So I think that's about it. So we look forward to the block party coming on August 6th. And next month, Tidy Shop will be Mixed Rose, which I gotta look. If you ain't signed up, let us know. And like always, if you send us your information over to SOHIGHO216, you still will get the free I Love Ghetto or Ghetto AI sticker, and that's what we're gonna give to all our people. And we gotta redo our numbers because we had some tragedy, but we said we was gonna give out 100 of them. But I gotta get your count and make up the difference on how many you got.
As far as what?
Giving out that first 100 for our first our ghetto AI sticker. Here go one right here. We lucky to have this one right here. I hope y'all can see that one, but we'll look back into it. So, but then I know today I think you had some stuff you wanted to maybe get off your chest, free the air, clear the air, talk about some stuff with you. So, what's been on you? Here go 4030 Studio to y'all. It's a special going on right now. Scan that code and get right to it. Huh? What? You
No, it had froze you for a second, but it's cool.
That'd be that
Actually,
delay.
that's my camera.
Yeah, bro, that's a little bit of you want that thing to be seamless. You gotta put that monitor over there. You know what it is, man. You gotta Wi-Fi is good, but that's not like a wire connecting that. Yeah, and it's a delay between the wire and your screen. You know that? Yeah. So if you think it ain't a delay going all the way through the internet back over, that's just a little bit of nerdy nerd for you nerdy nerds.
Okay.
Man.
But okay, where y'all want to start today? I don't even have my little notebook. Notes,
It's in the car, though.
It's at the house.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think I grabbed my little one.
Yeah, you got the big one out.
Right. I know I wanted to go over current, where I'm at currently.
Oh, that's a good place.
I don't know. This ain't gonna even make sense without without all of the other stuff.
Why you say that?
Well, I guess this is just a current event for me.
I mean, if you said, if you talk about what you want to talk about,
yeah,
you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I guess the first thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of where I am currently, where we are currently with everything.
When you say that, what levels we talking about? Like what's jumping off right now? How you feel spiritually, mentally,
I guess all of that because that all has become a thing since the thing.
Make the main thing the main thing, bro.
So yeah. So since that incident,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's just like how it just becomes that rabbit hole.
No, you know, I know you damn near talking Ebonics to me, but the general public might not know exactly
Right.
what you talking about. Like, I don't give a shit. It's up right now.
It's up.
Yeah. So if you want to tell, you know, it's just like shit. I know because I got relative type. I got relative type fucking situations that we lucky enough to talk with each other about. That I'd be like, what the fuck is this? So
Right.
I know what you talking
But
about.
so beyond the situation, it's like okay, where I'm at with it, or where I'm at in life, it's just like it spawned a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts
Yeah.
on different things, and I think with that happening, it put me in the space of just being like tennis match, being grateful one day, being pissed off the next day, or not even day, hours.
Hours.
Be cool 1 hour, the next hour pissed off or whatever. No, you cool? What you need?
I might have one left.
But yeah, in the midst of all of that, it just seems like I personally have been going through this mental
When you
upheaval in a sense.
all right, that's a good because I definitely got a follow up for you on that. You know, when you say mental, I specifically be thinking about. I can't find one, big bro.
What you need?
Some smoke. Yeah.
Oh,
It might be on the front seat of the car. But I would ask you that when you talking about that, is it like an emotion that you can name? Is it
Yeah.
is it a feeling or is it you know
so it is. It's an emotion. It's a space. But that emotion sometimes come in waves of like anger, frustration, like confusion, but then also just uncertainty, like being uncertain about your movement, not like questioning, in the space of questioning.
that's so crazy. Hold on. Let me get a camera moving. In a box, if you don't mind. And that's very good, and I'm glad you're willing to share. And you a couple things that you said, the frequency in a day. Like it's not like just. It's not dominating your day because when you say sometimes it's in an hour here, another part of like the frequency or the infrequency
Because
of
we
it.
still have other things going on to take that attention or take that focus or to put that energy in another space.
Now, when you is it problematic? Like when you like
That's what I'm trying to see. I don't think it's problematic. It's just it's heavy sometimes.
that is pretty wild, and you know I would ask you being a little bit your senior too, like you know. Me, I know we have shared enough life together that this ain't the worst shit that ever happened to
No.
you. And just in keeping it a buck, I mean, I know we like, but is it fucking uncomfortable? I'm a victim of the same fucking incident. So absolute uncomfortable and the confusion. So that's what I would ask you for, like when you like the mental part of this. That's why I asked you about the emotion of this though. How else would you describe like the feelings or the emotions that these things bring up? And I would ask you describe those feelings, and then let me ask you the one big question, or you can answer this one first. When did the incident actually happen?
Um, the mind stuff or the actual incident?
Well, you can say both.
With the mind stuff, it was after the incident, as far as like the stuff being stolen and stuff like that. But but even in that, I don't necessarily think it is negative.
Yeah.
Maybe how we got here, it was a negative action or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like this space is heavy because maybe this is something I've been running from. Keep it busy, you know?
Oh.
So now that I can't keep busy, it's like, you gotta get to what's in front of you now. And what's in front of you is these thoughts.
No, that's good. Like when on a timeline. Now, describe, because everybody, you know me. I'm always big on, man. Don't two people don't do shit like Cody. They keep lying to us like we all in this same kind of emotional shit together. But it be different for all of us.
Yeah.
So that's when I would want to like you maybe to explain some of them. If you could name some of those emotions, and this is a good tool that don't cost a lot of money from. Like if you could name it, that's usually half the battle. Like what is it making you feel? Like what is the parts of it that you don't like?
The parts of it that it is kind of going into is kind of okay. So even in that, it's not just that situation. Kind of had. I don't even know if I told you about this. Wait, man, remember when we went to when we did your radio station the last time?
Yeah.
And I was like, my family about to have a
Right.
talk.
Yeah.
So that ended up being like a big blow up.
Or when you went to your brother's house.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, damn, Cody out. That was like, like kind of like, usually we usually ride. When we ride, we usually ride. Bro.
So that ended up being like a big blow up. Even in that, like the family situation ain't how I grew up.
Right.
Watching my parents getting older, my dad had to go through surgery and stuff, and going through his health uphill battle and things like that. And it's like watching what is it? Watching the mortality, kind of, how watching the mortality of a human. We're not immortal.
Y'all record?
Yeah.
What's good,
Yeah,
bro?
you good? What's going on, baby?
Good with it?
Good, bro.
People.
Pope.
That's
Needle
the homie
Pope.
Pope.
Yeah, follow
Part
him
of the
on.
team. Part of the team.
Follow him on IG at Needle Pope. You know what I'm saying? He always got good shit, good content up there, and a great ass tattoo artist over here. But
Back to dealing with that situation at the house. Kind of went in there with a game plan too. Like I ain't saying shit.
Oh,
I was
the
shut
classic.
fuck up. I'ma just listen and be like, whatever y'all want to do, that's what I'ma do. I'm cool. I'm just here to support. But situation with my brother. So my sister, so my sister brought it back up. She like, all right, so we done with that topic. I want to talk about
why y'all niggas ain't cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like why y'all niggas ain't cool and this and that. So get into that space. I don't regret anything that was said or like anything like that. But like I said, I went in there with a game plan because I didn't want to.
Right.
I didn't want to even bring any energy to the space. I just wanted to be.
Very smart.
But it was like, damn, I allowed that situation to pull that energy out of me.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't like no crazy nothing. But at the end of the day, it was just like I wouldn't have if I was conscious and had the actual choice to control myself in that space again, it would be like I would do what I told myself I was gonna do. Go chill and shut the fuck up.
I gotta interject in here too. Now, let me say, like in the 12-step program, I always be talking about when you make a mistake and you hurt somebody, you're supposed to immediately apologize.
Okay.
And a lot of times I learned this from that. Like, listen, the content of what I said, I meant that.
Yeah.
The way I said it, I'm out of pocket.
Okay.
Is there some of that going on
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
situation?
Yeah.
So then that's when, there's some rules for that. You need to go and say, listen, the way I said some of that shit might have came off a little bit rough. Because it's hard when we talking about things that are emotional,
Yeah.
like we talk about, to separate the two. Now, the information that you needed to pass, I'm just going to be a broken record about this shit.
Right, exactly. And that's what I kept saying,
said,
like, man, we talking in the fucking loop.
Yep, you already know. You can take the information, but when you add those emotion in, that emotion need to get competitive. I think that's the competitive. Mine's want to trump yours.
That ego.
Come on.
Oh,
bro, we all over that. Yeah. And then when you saying those things, so even in that, I'll be over here saying, obviously, you built for this shit because you wouldn't have went through for it. That shit did not kill you, and we get another shot at it.
Yeah. A
lot of times, when you thinking about life in like 24 hours worth of shit in a day, that's all you got to deal with. And then you got to go your ass to sleep. I mean, for real, you're a human. You motherfuckers, we be pissing, shitting, and eating. That's what all of us got to do. I ain't fucking somewhere or another. Your ass is not here. So those good things about, but let me tell you, equally, it wasn't until about 5 or 6 years and me and my family situation was changing. And I had always been like a Spock type, bro. When I mean that, like live long and prosper, emotions never commuted to me. Because it came from me training up myself, being on the block, selling shit, doing whatever, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Got soft in there with the kids. Want my kids to live a good life, and I really,
right.
Emotions wasn't even that bad, but I was quit drinking, so I'm relearning how to use my emotion. And then I had real bad shit happen to me, right? Not being with my family is very bad to me. And that's the first time my emotions shut my logic down. So I know how strong those emotions could be. But I do know also that those feelings that you have, even in the middle of those feelings, was that changing. It changed the way you said some shit, but I don't think it changed the content of what you were saying.
No. Because even in the things that he felt and was saying, I can't, change how he feels or change how this shit is processed through him. So, yeah, he's definitely right in how he feels in his world. Same way I feel for me. Like, okay, I apologize for some shit, but some shit is just like, nigga,
I ain't letting it go.
I'm cool in my world. With what happened,
yeah, bro.
So, but yeah, that, so going over that in my brain, like walking down those conversations and walking down that father situation.
Yeah.
Me being a father.
Yeah.
Thinking about where I'm at in that journey and feeling inadequate sometimes, feeling like I don't know what I'm doing, feeling like, am I doing the right thing? Feeling like, even with them, like, am I teaching them the right shit?
Yeah.
And with me, it's not even so much of a teach thing.
Yeah.
It's more so, am I opening them up to information that they can then process it and learn how to walk through life a little bit better and things like that. So working through a lot of thoughts and feelings at the same time.
Wow.
Along with the low moment of the physical things being taken and stuff. So
now I'm gonna ask you the good question. Like, I know the same thing. It's relative to today to you. That's very high on your priority list. I know you, and I know you because you're a sheriff. It's up there on your priority list. Don't nobody really fuck shit, and you want to get that shit resolved quick as you can, kind of. But on the other level too. That was, you see that?
Did y'all see that?
Did y'all see that? I
Did you
hope
see
so.
that?
I
Yeah.
hope y'all caught that.
Bro, did you saw that shit out the air like a star or something? I don't even know how your arm bent like that. It just floated to his arm and shit.
Oh, you know, it must be.
I was like some Star Wars The Force shit.
I know this place magic any damn way.
Yeah, the watermelon or the pea. Wait, no, watermelon or the pea.
What you getting, some food? What you want?
Charlie's.
Charlie's chicken, what?
The sub, like a sub. Something.
Yeah, bro, we all want some of that.
The large.
Yeah,
Chicken.
yeah. Like cheese. How much?
Yeah. Can you get can you get JT the same thing?
Yup. Like cheese.
Alright.
Yeah, that'd
White
be great.
cheese, bro.
Light, yeah. That's so dope.
Alright, I'm gonna let you.
I mean, like, just so y'all know, we are in Redlion Tattoo. A little commercial pause in that. Might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I want no hot. Nothing hot. Ordering some food in town. And we just trying to, it's all good. This is like the best part about being over in the tattoo shop. I'll show y'all around too. We really over here in the tattoo shop. You see our setup over here? Just showing y'all what's going on. It's nice being over here. You know, we're gonna get back over this shit. Cody like getting with it, but Hunger getting with him too. What y'all doing on 420? Krista, send me a chat to my Ohio YouTube.
You want a drink and fries, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Whatever.
What kind of drink?
Same thing. Slush, whatever.
Same thing. I'll get.
Yeah, make it easy.
Yeah.
I want to see how to share this over here. Oh, shit.
No, you go. I'll be doing it.
Sometimes a family show.
All right, no. I hope you ain't forget your question.
No, Jesus, I forgot where I was at though.
We were talking about fatherhood.
Yeah.
We was talking about all of the emotions and things coming up.
Right.
And he was like, okay, I got a question.
Oh, definitely. Well, when you look back in time about things being relative, yeah, you still going. Things being relative to the moment, you know, I got that crazy rule of thumb, like, shit, if ain't nobody shooting at us, Cody, we fucking got a shot. And even if somebody's shooting at us, unfortunately, done got out of some fucking gunfights and been better for it almost because we achieved something and let me know, like, at the worst of the worst, you know, you might not be there. There's still some outs that you can come. And to me, when you're having problems, there's some lessons to be learned out of it. And to start healing, like, it's already like you maybe could stay. I love saying that shit about the G.I. Joe and also with some of the 12-step people. Well, if you know a problem, that's half the issue. Like recognizing what an issue is and then trying to address it after that. Like knowing the problem is half the job. But then doing something about it is always crazy, you know. The other part about that is I've almost forgot that. That's why I smoke too much weed. But
You cool? I'll bring it back.
when you know the problem, now that you address it, like what kind of action stuff do you put so that it don't keep getting repeated about it? Oh, I know what the statement is. When you tell somebody, which is also a Christian principle, confess your sins one another, 12-step program, we got a 4th to the 5th step. And then you saying that problem out to somebody is something that a lot of people don't do. Because for me, when I tell on myself, and I done told myself to you and a lot of other people, and I have to, because I will sit there and I'll internalize it and make it worse for myself. So, you know, in that construction, what are you doing? What are some of these things that you could say since you stated the problem and some of the things that you might not feel like is good? What are you putting? What action steps are you putting on?
The action steps that I am putting on is I have been trying to get back to that relationship with God. Even in that, that is a very rocky thing for me because like how we deal in having a relationship with God, it kind of rubs me the wrong way now. When I talk about when in the terms of religion, in the terms of like organized theology, doctrine and things like that, where it's just like I didn't deal with that so much in life that it's like sometimes like not even sometimes I can't even sit and watch like on YouTube like church. Like it just rubs me the fucking wrong way. Like,
Right.
So like even in that like I'll rather sit down and watch like maybe some Buddhist or some have an actual conversation with a person and like them tell them kind of what they're going through, kind of they walking each other and he's like walking this person through a problem or a space or an idea or something like, but they are conversing with each other in a
and
real way.
these is off like the videos though, you're saying like you like in taking that. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it'll be amplified more if you was in person at that setting with the Buddhists?
Yeah, but it's not just Buddhists because I listen to Rastafarians on YouTube have that conversation about spirituality.
You say
like you saying in the space,
I mean, I know. I listen. I know.
I like conversation.
Yeah.
So
right.
even if it's at a church,
I got
and they are having a conversation, and it's a two-way street.
Oh, there ain't no such thing. The fuck? I mean, that shit. That all right. All the way out.
If it's a two-way street,
bro.
and you can ask some questions, and then they not they have to, but they are willing to like converse with you and talk with you.
He know he pipe dreaming in this bitch. Piss test this motherfucker over here. Well, we talk about church, right?
I just talk
soon
about
as you say
religions altogether.
Two-way street conversation.
But that's what I'm saying.
The fuck?
So I'm still working on how I commune.
Yeah,
with,
there you
with
go.
Because
he over here.
That's what I kind of feel too.
I know that's so funny too, because me and him talk about that all the time, and you don't be having no conversation with no damn pastor. He ain't a pastor. If your pastor is having a conversation with you like that, he trying to get in your drawers or your asshole. That shit ain't real. Fuck that. Theology is from a one-way street, bro. But here's the good rub that I was going to ask you. Knowing your history like that, and I know it was a couple good days in church on Sunday, and you found the peace, and you felt the love, and you felt the comfort.
You missed that too.
Bro, let me ask you then. Why you ain't mount your ass up last Sunday and go up in that bitch?
Because that's...
If it helped you then, and there ain't nobody going to shoot you, you know my rule of thumb.
Sometimes you grow past things. It's kind of like, nigga, I used to go hoop on the concrete floor when I was young. But when I got older and I started understanding how that concrete tear my knees up, I'm only going to hoop in the gyms with the wooden floors now.
All right, but if we got to play a basketball game for one game off to go, maybe we got to bet somebody.
But that's not the same as when you were younger.
All right.
And this was the only floor you knew.
I'm going to concede you that. But if you got a cut on your leg and you need to put a Band-Aid on, and all you could go do is go into the old first aid kit and get an old Band-Aid, because you know it was going to put the pressure to stop the bleeding, go over to the new, find wherever you trying to get to and put some new sutures and maybe glue your skin back together with some modern shit. Why wouldn't you use the old Band-Aid?
But you do.
Oh, you ain't going up in the church?
That
I mean,
you
you
don't
ain't going.
have to go up in the church.
Oh, hold on.
because-
No, I'm really asking you why you don't take it back to where you
Because I
worked
tell
from.
you, it doesn't.
It ain't forever, bro. You ain't committed. You
I
ain't
get
going
that,
up and
but
take the
it
right hand of
doesn't,
fellowship.
It doesn't. What is the correct word? It's not registered. It doesn't
resonate?
It don't resonate, but it doesn't. It doesn't do. It don't have the same effect on me.
That's a good one.
I'll say that.
You know, I'm a result-based
it
dude.
doesn't have the same effect
Yeah,
on me.
and if you're not getting
And
results,
I'm
you
more
have to-
into
yeah.
versus the. Okay, here's where we at with that, bro. I am more into the application and
Big
how we
time.
actually do things in real time and in
Yeah.
the real physical world versus theology and doctrine about the hereafter. So a lot of churches is built up now. If I was just in that space and did just want an emotional experience
$5 and a holla.
or an emotional like reaction, then yeah, I would go do that. But I'm not in that space of I need emotion or I need to release this thing, and I don't
Right.
even release to God like that anymore. I don't even
Where
talk
does
to
it go?
God
I
like
mean,
that
well,
anymore.
that's great, and I'm sure it's lots of people that might be similar along their faith. It's probably a shit ton of people who are up in the church that actually go through this, and they card-carrying members of the church, but they're not getting the results they did. Even say in their teen years, you was a little blinder. It was a little more illusion going on. You didn't look behind the curtain good enough, and you really saw some differences though.
And this is not to say that is wrong, because if that works for you and it makes
Right.
you a better person,
Yeah.
by all means,
Right,
do that shit.
and I said that by it's people that's
But-
in there that's subscribing to what you said. But the counter argument that I'm gonna place to you is that you did get a certain the fellowship aspect of what we talking about, people gathering, and maybe it's not the conversation that came from the pulpit, which we
But
were
bro,
probably like.
it's like finishing high school and you ain't see your homies from high school in 7 years, and then y'all come back and y'all try to do the old thing like y'all did in high school.
You ain't better go in that church, man. You gotta go in the brother church in Toledo
And
or
it's
the next
like,
town over or something. Well, you know you can't go in Second Baptist Cody, which is their
In
last
general.
name, and think you're gonna be getting that. And
I'm
not
just
it.
talking about in general.
Okay, in general, because you know you're this.
There's a group thing.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you stop group thinking. And just being in that space, you feel I'm different.
All right. So I'm gonna just keep it clear and on the point for why we got here. I asked you that to triage some of the emotional things that's been happening. You listed like 3 of those things.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, just go back and use church like you
Right.
used to use church just for a band-aid. I ain't trying to stay
But
off that.
so when even with that,
Yeah.
I can't use that. It's just like on the Nipsey album, when he said, once the body get immune to a treatment,
Yeah.
you have to give it something different because now it's used to that antibiotic.
Right. Oh,
And now it's like this shit don't even work.
Oh,
anymore.
I speak for every
You gotta
addict
go
out there.
get something different now.
I'm gonna tell you, addiction is easy. If 1 is good, 20 is better. That's basic addiction shit. And guess what all us addicts do? We get used to shit quicker than anybody else. So 2 don't get you high as they did yesterday. You need 3, and so on and so forth.
But-
You can see exponentially that's gonna get you. I see your point.
But what that meant was, it's the shit that you used when you was a kid, even in just understanding things, it doesn't work anymore. It shouldn't work as you grow in understanding and grow in more experience in the world. The things that you used at age 10 and help you cope
Yeah.
with, the little boy taking your basketball.
Right.
It's not the same thing you're gonna use at 29 when your house burned down.
Right.
Like you're gonna have to
Well,
have a whole new
that's-
coping because it's
yeah.
something different. It's something. It means more.
Well, I got a couple points to make to you on that.
Okay.
So, I think you could really see because you got enough life behind you that the whole shit, the only thing that's constant in this world is change.
Change. Yeah.
We ain't not even hard to realize that.
Evolve.
So, yeah, and we do evolve. We always talk about how our kids has kind of got a bigger brain. They some smart little non-wisdom
Right.
dummies, but
You said it yourself about going to the. You was like they knock out who you are by the time you you go through basic training.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you make it
oh,
past,
yeah.
like you said, if you make it past that, you are
You
not
in.
the same person.
No, they indoctrinate you in like I think that was like a 12 to 14 weeks.
So?
And if you think that plague system ain't fucking hoorah to the end of you, you wrong. Cause I'm trying to tell you, it is that. And we was talking like earlier about changing behaviors and a habit, but
Yeah.
I was looking to see when you triage in some of those things, how you used to do it, and you said I'm seeking out that in my own relationship with God, and you doing these things, like the curiosity, like I said, those people who card carry church members, is we curious about these new steps or this? Not I won't call it new. I don't know if you've been doing it or what is some of these processes that you reaching out like.
Here's my new step. So it went from going to church, looking for someone to pray for me, give me a good word, prophesy to me,
I know where you
tell
at.
me God told you something.
Yeah. Oh,
tell
God.
me,
Oh.
right. So then you get to the point where it's like, all right. And we're in this space where we get to the point where we don't want the physical person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the digital pastor.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to YouTube and stuff because it's like that's a disconnect.
Yeah.
I can critique, I can morph, I can change this into what I want to in a sense. But now I'm in the space of even with because this may be the real of where I'm at with it. Because now I'm trying to use going back to YouTube to learn and use my brain in that space of being more productive.
Yeah.
But I think what it is I need to be quiet and sit in the silence.
Oh,
and sit
wow.
in it a little more.
Well, let me ask you, what you almost describing and those type things is what a lot of people would call meditation. You know, prayer was you acting of God. Meditation for a lot of people is listening for God. Like, I don't want to talk, I want to hear from God.
So that is my thing. I'm trying to figure out what that meditation is for me because it's not.
Oh, I'm glad
it's not
you
like
asked.
let God go and pray. It's not like the.
Yeah,
I've
but
tried
see,
that shit.
well,
It's like
that's
that's not my thing. So that's why I'm like, okay, I think my thing, or I think the space that I'm in is more so I need to sit in silence. And like I said, really let these things
like,
carry, almost have to like really carry that weight.
well, you know, I got that usher rule. You gotta let that shit burn. You gotta
Yeah,
let it burn.
however we say it, yeah.
however
But
you do
not trying to, because even in the meditation, that becomes a distraction because it becomes a skill and it becomes something that you like, I need to get better at this. I need to get better at meditating. If I could just meditate better, if I could just meditate longer. So now you think it's in this skill called meditation.
Right.
So I think at a point where I just need to be silent.
Yeah.
And that's heavy.
That, I mean, well, I don't think you wrong. And here's a couple questions I have before I give you my opinion and maybe tell you some techniques. But I would ask you, when you're using that, you know, I agree, but do you use it with the same traditional motivation that you had for going to church? You know, that was a
Silence.
routine. Even all is your whole practice of meditation. Because what we back on is like, okay, so how are you gonna get back in touch? What are your new tools you using to get
what
those
I
things?
have to do. I have to find new tools and a new communication style, in a sense, too. I don't know. That's what I'm flushing out.
That is good, man, because it is I think where you at in there and sussing out, but when you got an ongoing active, that's why I was asking you. So why you don't just go back and use retro, what used to work, man?
Because what you like,
I'm not ready.
I am more so interested in. I don't have the capacity to sit through like church.
Yeah. Well, I ain't even saying
in the
that.
sense of looking
I
for
agree.
someone
Yes.
else to tell me who don't know me from nowhere
Right.
and ain't been had a conversation with me, but God supposed to randomly use this person because I came here on Sunday with 300 other motherfuckers. And he's supposed to have a message that tailor fits
I still need to feel this song.
300 people for 5 different services. And it's the same message. So
I agree, and my question was that, like, even on that new path, is you keeping up the same tradition and same frequency as you used to? Like,
no.
well, that might be a start, because, you know, you could count on that thing like Wednesdays and Sundays, a couple services. So as you put even that, and that was working. Would you agree? Like some part of that was
So
working.
you're talking about more so
Time-wise.
having a life, taking that back to lifestyle.
All right, so that's what it was almost like the replacement therapy of what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't technically, because you fundamentally disagree with the philosophy and the theory. I don't even know if it's all like that, but the way it was applied to it wasn't working. You wasn't getting the results based from that wasn't working right. But at one time, I could definitely say that it was working for you, and I won't say working. It was pacifying, mitigating.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
A nigga was in bliss.
Yeah, there you go. I see what I'm saying. But then,
Ignorance is bliss.
time-wise and frequency-wise, I think like even like what you said, time for fellowship, time to sit silent, where you might have been getting fed some indoctrination you didn't care for. It is true that you getting new information off YouTube. Oh yeah, battery or SD card. Just timed out.
Yeah. When it timed out.
We gotta back up. But the timing and frequency of how much you did that can be replicated in, okay, we had spirituality in a certain amount of time for the week. In your old walk, 30 minutes on Wednesday, an hour on Wednesday, and then Sunday all day, maybe 2 services, and you had some music, you had some fellowship. Not saying that you can even imitate that or you would even want to, but the time-wise and your body being in different places and things like that, you can almost emulate that from those things. So, okay, it's time for me to do some repair work. I can't subscribe to them same medicine because it don't work. But if I could use that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, those there. And
Just
are
because
you
that medicine don't work from behind the counter,
But-
doesn't mean I have to stop
using some of the tools, like you said? I don't know if you should even reshape your tools so much, more than apply them differently.
Right.
That time.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to apply God
Right.
in my life.
So it for me, and I should like it was a good easy, like when I say I might have graduated from Christianity, I was already in the 12-step program. So guess what that meant? I had another sense of a spiritual program that was already introduced to me.
Yeah.
They meet once a week. It's fucking AA or NA meeting all over this bitch, just like churches. I want to go plop in. It's only me being lazy. I want to go to an AA meeting. I can go right today. It's a whole website. I got literature.
Yeah.
How much of it I read, that's up to me. You know, that could be up to my spiritual condition. Do I text a couple AA fellows of mine on a daily basis? Absolutely. Do I follow the rules of that fellowship? Absolutely. And that was for me because they would tell you in my home group or my AA group that I associated with for a long time. Oh, he got two home groups. That nigga go to church and he come here, but they both equally. It ain't no different between him. I went to my Thursday morning just like I went to Sunday morning, and it was funny.
But even in that, they fed you differently.
Oh, absolutely, and contradict each other, and they wrote that sometimes was together. But, you know, my pastor actually told me, quit going to that AA shit, man. And I'm looking around at this dude like, the fuck you talking about? And you get to pick a God of your understanding. And that's another problem with a church theology. They not letting you pick any open source Bible like that. You know what I'm saying? They want you, just like you said, that's why you can't have a dialogue with a pastor. That's a one-way conversation. Because the theology he believe in is the overall rule of thumb. Whether he is applying it right or unjust, that's kind of, you know.
It's more to, they recruiting.
Oh,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, it's fair, man. But then, just so you, I'm saying that part of you even taking that time in those hours to be. And it's hard because we talk about these. Who's got the weight of Jesus and the power of heaven and shit like that? Oh,
like,
no.
life keep moving while you trying to figure all this shit out.
Oh yeah, that just keep going. You know that is very true. But then like, I like that you seeking. And I think you on the right path, but I know like it's like different parts of getting injured. When you like have emotional and psychological damage, we don't give the whole healing time like it used to be. Like you know, like you got a physical wound. You know, you got to go get them stitches out in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and after that, you got to put wound care on there. And they still told you don't go kick no balls and don't do none of that shit for another month. You can do it if you want, and if you ever retore a muscle or re-hurt yourself after they fix you, you know better than doing those things. So I would ask you, with those emotional things that happen to you and those major things, your triage bag, even though you got
know what
certain
it was?
tools, but
Time.
that's how you heal it. That's a hell of a prescription, though, bro.
Time. Just living more, nigga. For real.
And
I
that's
don't
your.
even lie. Just living.
So when you like, so then let me ask you. Let's touch down. So when you drug that incident into the future, which I do right now, and it's over here. It happened to me at a point in time that was in history, but I'm still feeling the effects of it today. Then how do you just like? Time ain't the issue for that, because time is the reason why I'm thinking about it again. If time was the illusion, I would have left that right there in the history, and I got a set of action steps that I could take right now to make a good or bad day, right?
Time allows you to have the mindset of it. It kind of has that play on out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. So as time goes on, more things get packed in between that thing that hurt or that fucked up or whatever.
Right.
And as you pack more in between it, you got to go through more mental junk to get back to that moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, time allows you to.
This is nothing.
Kind of detach from it in a sense. But at the same
And let me just get into that. What you detaching from? The incident or the emotions from the incident?
I think for real, we do it as the incident. Because even with that, like, we'll detach from a person. But the residual effect of what that person has done to you can live on with you, which is why people can be like, fuck with that nigga. I forgive him, but I never let that nigga in my house again.
Oh, we the best about that, bro. Oh, no, they
So
say, yeah, that's
even with that, it's like,
good ass church member you are.
Even when you forgive people, it's like, yeah, I
can't
forgive them,
forget
but
you.
I just can't be around them no more.
I
So
can't
that you
forget
forgive
them,
them, or
nah.
you just distancing yourself from the problem. To where it's like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't gotta see that nigga no more. I ain't gotta.
I mean, I used to be thinking like I loved everybody. I just don't need. Some of us shouldn't be around each other, which is kind of true. But I really don't want nothing bad really happen to nobody. If it was like more of a perfect world, but then it is turn around and fair play. You out there fucking up and you fuck around and you run somebody's kids over. Heaven forbid, bro. That dude's gonna get you back at all costs. It's gonna be hard to talk you off that mountain, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, and everybody don't even seek a tool set. You know how many people out here drifting out the wind because the theology is empty, and we got holes in our game that let people think it's okay to steal from people. Like that's your whole job. Your career is stealing. Bitch, come on, man. If I catch you, bitch, you in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very not walking in everybody's shoes and getting to these points. It's a lot of us that just be out there right where you at. Like, man, so now, it's almost like if I was going to say it was the devil, this is what he'd do. I trick you not to use the Lord. Now, when do you need the Lord? But now, I ultimately suckered your ass in. And you should have been your ass up in there. Because that's what they're going to say when you go back to church. Should have stayed your ass up in here any goddamn way, Ken Cody. Your ass need to be right up in here praising the Lord with the rest of it. You know, and then now you got to cut a new path and you got to be confident. But then I will almost tell you that I tell it to you all the time and I tell it to the world. It's like minimizing somebody's own experiences and not knowing. It's like what I tell you about the people who didn't get off the boat still suffer PTSD because what they created in their mind was worse than what was actually happening on the battlefield. And I think when you end this in yourself, right now in the present right now, you ain't got no present threats to you kind of right now. Everything is kind of okay on the surface, like right here close to us right now. It really ain't that bad in the perfect moment. Even the second before that nigga shot you in your head, it probably was a perfect second. It was the last one you got, though. I mean, and I think concentrating on being in the present is one thing about meditation that I know. And I told you about a buddy that goes to that fellowship. He said if it didn't happen to me, it's just a fairy tale. He believed that. I was like, bro, because I'm always challenging. I was like, yeah, all that acceptance, and that's a lot of things I talk about. That's all good, but my moral compass don't let me, pedophilia and taking advantage of old people and stealing and robbing. That shit is not cool with me. But he like, that shit don't exist unless it happened in front of me. It's just a fairy tale is exactly what he said.
I mean, that's everything in life.
That is kind of, if it really don't exist without you knowing it exists, to be honest with you, though.
Because you are just going off of somebody else's testimony or something.
I would almost say that's when I would like you to go back into history and information, because when you taking all of that shit and you taking the bad shit out of history, it's illegal to take that shit out of history without taking two things that was good into the present. Okay. So an exercise for you when you going back through that, either you just get, you need to either write yourself a gratitude list beforehand. Shout out to Substance who always tell me to write, which I won't do. Write a gratitude list. I will say two things good. Like, man, I'm thankful I got daughters and sons, so that's a good life. I got some family and friends that really care about me. So, that part of life wasn't that bad, but I do. So I counteract that with 2 points of good. And I need 2 points. Some people could go 1 for 1. But me, I know I better take 2 good things. If I'm willing to go back through history and bring some shitty emotions in here, let me bring 2, 3 good emotions up in here with it. And in that too, but then you got to get to those places where that traditional indoctrination is still rubbing off on you. Bro. Yeah. That solution that used to work, or even halfway worth a little bit, the frequency and the traditions of that, and you
Yeah.
on your own, and you trying to replace that without that fellowship, and you cutting your own new path. Bro, give me a call, nigga. We'll smoke some
God.
weed.
But
I
even in that,
was
I feel like, oh, not even been funny. So I feel like we can do that as a collective,
yeah,
building a community because we can create community guidelines.
yeah,
We can have a standard of operation on the wall, like nigga.
a
don't
moral
try to
code.
Yeah, moral code. Don't be disrespectful to motherfuckers. Don't do this. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just give y'all a little information. Kid and Cody got delivery coming. Yeah, we over here at 4030 Studio. If y'all don't know, 4030 Studio. If you get one of these flyers, you get $30 off your next tattoo, worth 160 and more. So you ain't gonna be able to come in here with that $60 tat and think you're gonna get $30 off. But you can go see my man Needle Poke over here. You got CV. I don't know how he say his damn Instagram. CVPITAL capital. I guess it's upside down. That's my man Kush Love over there, great talented artist. We got Modest L's, who's not modest at all, but L is over there. So it's Modest L, it's Modest.L's. And he's a great artist, doing some great work. His art is up on the wall too. And come on over and check him out. Definitely book with all these. And we also got the incomparable Krista Freehands, who do a great job. And the boss of this joint, our big bro, Days One. At Days One, that's all of their Instagram tats over here at 4030. You check out the flyer right here. And like I said, you get this red flyer. I know I done put some down here on St. Clair, and we gonna go out and stack these. So catch these flyers around town, and like you said, you're gonna get $30 off your next tattoo worth 160 more. So you spend 160, that's only gonna be 130. And if you don't know, just to give y'all a little education, since we over here in the Red Lion, you just don't get a tattoo a lot of times on the first day you need it. You need to have a consultation. And like anything, the devil's in the details. So when you're doing, if you just want some block letters, 3 inches, and it's simple, they maybe could give you a quote. But when you start talking about pictures, characters, it's about the detail. Even saying that, a block letter with intricate shading, it just ain't gonna be a $60 tag. So come on through, these guys will give you a great consultation. It's one of the best shops here. I can't tell you how great the work is they do. All of these guys are just beyond tattoo artists. They are all great artists in their own right. So stop over at 4030 St. Clair, Red Lion Tattoo. Ghetto AI, definitely thank them for letting us be up in this mud. So look for these flyers out. And also don't forget, look, the Mother's Day with St. Clair Superior, with my man Harold. We got a lot of people coming out there. The councilwoman gonna come out there. The young diverse readers. EJ Kovac will be there. Get Together be there. AM 2 p.m. transportation. The Rikers Brothers thing. PMG spread the love. 4030. Bo Smoke Stick. Yeah, I think he got those good ass. He's got what do he got? He got those damn chicken legs over there. That's smoking chicken legs. They pretty good though. So, and you know this weekend and tonight, if y'all tap it in, if you catch this, every third Thursday we have drawing night over here at the Red Lion. Very good. Kristen Freehand is like our leader of that joint. It's always a good time. And that same weekend, we'll always have a tiny shop. And we done had about 5 tiny shops. We got one coming up. And the tiny shop is just a great experience for 100, 150 of our good friends and people who come on over. And it's open though. A lot of times it ain't filled up, so come on over. We'll be happy when we capping it out. But you can get your tickets for that on Eventbrite. And I will definitely tell you to get yours on there because we got like Mondo Slade and and Black Vanguard and Optimus Prime will be up in this joint this weekend with A Live on the tracks too. So it's gonna be a good ass time. All of these sets has been banging. Like every one of them has been better than the last one, which is hard to do. I won't say better. They different and great in their own rights, which is very cool. So looking forward to that. King Cody, I don't know where his ass went to. He probably getting some food or something. But here in a minute, Ghetto II might be taking a rap, or we might be coming back for part two of this damn thing. So definitely, I think I don't know what else we got. We always got stuff to talk about. Oh, don't forget Ink Wizards too. Shout out to Alex over at Ink Wizard. Inkwizard.com is I think it's underscore or hyphen wizard. Inkwizard.com. Look him up. He's got a new website for sticker prices. So Alejandro, everybody who wants stickers, just go straight to the website and you can customize your sticker, upload your artwork, and get a quote back. And he has prices and everything on the thing right now. So shout out to Alex over at Ink Wizard. Shout out to Robbie Man also. That's our theme music, Double Exposure. We didn't get it right up this week, but the background music you hear is Jamal Cody. Jamal Cody up in, find him on everything because he's going to be with Krista Freehand on the 28th of this month, and he'll be at Riffs, and he is going to, she's going to be doing some live painting, and that's over in Tremont. Gonna be a real cool ass event. Very nice. Everybody can be a boss. I think that's about it. I'm gonna give Cody like a 1 minute time clock down, and I think we're gonna be eating some damn food any damn way. Y'all get Chinese food too? I don't think we got. I think we got some Charlie's chicken subs or some shit like that.
Oh, y'all ordered DoorDash?
I don't know what he ordered though. Y'all just was sitting over this joint, but. Well, that sounds like it's tickling.
Yes, it definitely tickles.
Ah, Jesus. Well, I'm gonna let this one go. Yeah, it's all good. I think we're gonna like either I'm gonna tap back in, but I'm gonna end this YouTube. I'm gonna see where we at? Oh, there we are. Because I was almost getting anxious up in this joint. Like, man, that dude though come down. He over there like he do got a straw in his drink though. Don't be fronting like that motherfucker was like, yeah.
No, my daughter wanted some of my drink.
Oh yeah, he talking that bullshit. Nah. Nah, that's some good shit, man. I don't know. I gave him a whole damn 15-minute another commercial, so.
Okay.
You know, anything you like in those processes, though, I would almost, we never like to leave, and this would be a good place, and you need to spice here. Give us some good takeaways. What is some good things? What's some good takeaways about, what's some good stuff that, in those problems? Is there anything good in them problems, like them Christians say?
I would say within that, what I am learning to do is kind of rebalance myself and kind of learning to re-carry the weight of life. I feel like we use all type of things to distract us from the weight of life, and what I mean by that is decision making, habits, and evolving, not running from problems,
right?
Learning to problem solve. Like I said, learning to carry the weight of life so that you're not running from your problems, which kind of makes it heavier because you're going to end up having to come back to it at some point in life. So it makes it heavier the farther away you get away from it, and the journey back to it.
Oh, we are in a tattoo
We are
parlor.
at the tattoo shop.
Yeah, don't
and
get
we
that
will have
wrong.
someone getting the
Yeah,
tattoo.
that's like real, real, real. I mean, I like that. And let me see.
Shit.
That's some great things, and I'm gonna give you a couple words of encouragement. That I'm gonna just tell you, like that shit didn't kill your ass, so you can keep going. So when you sitting there and you wallowing in and you bringing those feelings into today, it's kind of counterproductive for you. So you're gonna have a certain amount of right, wrong, and indifferent. When you woke up, it's gonna be some shit happening. So the shit that used to happen that you carrying into today is that. Not saying that you shouldn't address some of those things to make your future better. Like you always should prepare yourself for a better future
Yeah, it's
for
like problem
yourself.
solving, like software
It
for
is.
the computer, like how
It is.
AI gets better by going back and being like, what did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? So like it's to problem solve in my sense, but not saying the wallowing aspect of it, but it still is gonna be heavy
Right.
whenever you really decide to address it.
I give you that, and your methodology for cutting through this is just a little bit, you know, you figuring it out.
Yeah.
It's getting there. It ain't as traditional as, bro, I would have been,
Put it on the
man, I would have been on the altar with you. Man, I've been like, Cody, man, we
But,
both
okay.
Christians, nigga.
And
We
after-
know where we going.
But after that, what happened? We just had an emotional experience.
We all know
And
what
you
happened.
still gotta go home,
Bro,
think
we
this
all
shit
know.
through,
We
and
already
figure life
know.
out.
Like I said, the theology don't let that Holy Spirit power, God power work like they said it do in the thing. I couldn't be more emptier telling you the true process about how I would want you to suffer.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even be for me. I was like, God, you can't have a more pure thought to come out of my mouth. You think I'm not even asking for this for me?
Yeah.
I really do want this for him. I'm faithful to you. I wouldn't be making this ask. I'm not even asking for me. I'm asking for the star of Georgia, and I get it on deaf ears. So when you say, "Oh, you're mad," you know, some of it do work, some of it went. You show me the part. After that prescription went up and you made that act and it got fulfilled like that. It just don't work like the way they said it. Now, I'm not saying in some way we shouldn't be saying, I'm over here with you.
What
Like,
I
we
will
better seek
say
out something good.
is, like you said, on a positive note, like the work works.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is going on that journey of getting better, going on that journey of self-discovery, going on that journey of for lack of a better term, heightening your level of consciousness, where you can look outside of self sometimes and see the whole kind of like the overview of it. So you kind of take yourself outside of the problem and you can see the overview where it's like, all right, this is where I'm at in the problem, but it's bigger than me. And if I could kind of see how to navigate this land, then I can kind of zoom back into my individual problem as well. So,
Yeah.
and sometimes, even with that, with me going through these things, sometimes my perspective is from the perspective of a bird, where I'm looking from above and looking down on it. And sometimes that shit is like first person shooting game shit, where it's just like, nigga, I'm right inside and looking at it. And sometimes with that perspective, you're too close.
Yeah.
And sometimes with that perspective, those emotions kind of cloud your judgment
Yeah.
and your decision making skills. So learning more so than trying to find the right answer to every problem or every situation or every mental thing that I'm going through. I'm more so looking to just, like you were saying, figure out what is this pulling out of me. Is it making me angry? Is it making me sad? Is it making me frustrated? And now I'm going to that to be like, That's how you walking out?
Yup, I'm a real nigga.
I'm a real nigga. But that's how we like our niggas.
Oh, goddamn.
I like my niggas old fashioned.
Oh, I like my niggas. Fashion. I like my niggas
But-
to eat fucking fried chitlin
Going back
sandwiches.
to
Chicken eating watermelons.
the idea of this,
Old fashioned.
not trying to,
Old fashioned.
like I said, instead of trying to figure out the whole issue, I'm more so trying to figure out why is it extracting this feeling from me? Like, why is it making me feel this way?
Let me tell you what my psychologist said. Once you find out why, then what? And then sometimes some of these whys take fucking a long ass time. It's just the fact that it actually happened. More like the what you dealing with. You said that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's like you said, like your action steps is what's gonna do that.
Yeah.
So tell me about your action steps to heal those things, and then I'll be looking at it like from that.
So my action steps to heal is to be more present. And that is being more present with my kids. Even with that, I'm challenging myself to be more present.
I know, and that's so
to
wild.
be with my dad.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna be here.
being present while I'm there with him,
Yeah.
things like that. Being present with self and not letting
It's a
situations
great- it's
pull
a-
me from self.
It's a great topic what you're talking about, and that banner will be under mindfulness.
Okay.
That's the buzzword in today's psychology. Mindfulness. You know, you want mindfulness. You in these situations, but you want to be present. Because who you are and how you see this world is just the way you get now, right?
Yeah.
But you need to have like mindfulness of, you know, exactly what you're saying, like being present, being intentional. The irony of what you said is part of your fix is sitting in silence
Yeah.
with the issue, and that's exactly counter almost. That's the other side of that coin. So that is this. You need
So
to
you
be.
feel like sitting in silence is counterproductive? You feel like if you sit in
I
silence,
definitely
you
make
get
that.
more
I
space
definitely.
for
I
the
definitely.
problem to. But how?
I'll make that. I'll
how
make
you-
that argument from a time standpoint. Like, bro, you could be making better action steps than sitting there. But to make good action steps, if you need to calm yourself down and not let this feeling, not live in a feeling, and get to the, if that feeling is fucking with your action steps,
Yeah.
and you need to like slow your ass down. And trust me, that's just advice that's coming from a dude that's getting counseling. I'm not giving no counseling advice. I'm just telling you what they told me and what I practice and what's working. If you do need to slow down so you make good action steps, because listen, everything I do today, I just want to fuck somebody up, Cody. It's just pissing me off because I'm still mad at that. You might need to sit with yourself a minute. And I know sometimes I can't go deliver shit because I'm just too high key. I'm cussing everybody out. I'm like, fuck that. I need some cigarettes, some weed or something, but this shit ain't going right. So I agree with that, but then the other side of that coin that you working on yourself with is being present and having these life experiences and being present in them experiences and like learning from them. So that's the exact opposite of like removing yourself and sitting in silence maybe with yourself. So it's a weird, but I like both of those.
But I mean,
actual steps.
even in those moments, because like I still need those moments of silence to distract myself from just the outside noise. So like even a lot of times when we come from doing what we doing and we have our events or we didn't pod it or we didn't did whatever we did for the day.
And we do a lot sometimes. And don't talk.
Literally, I'll go home.
Is that
smoke,
good? Is that good
and
for the
sit at
kids?
the table and just chill for a minute.
Yeah.
That's like late night.
Okay, late
So
night.
even when I go in, I'll play with the kids.
Yeah.
I'll do that, laugh, play with them.
But then you still gone.
But I know 11, 12, kids is going upstairs. I'm going downstairs. Well, I'll stay down here at the table.
Yep.
Turn the lights off. I may turn some instrumental shit on, and I may sit in silence, and I just sit there, smoke, and be like, what the fuck, and debunk the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need that moment to breathe and be like, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
I like that sound. So sometimes I do need that. Still, I need those moments of silence to just see what Cody is thinking,
Yeah.
and not what that meeting we had earlier, or sometimes you need to flush your system of the day for real.
Yeah. That's good though, and I like how both things is a good prescription. Come on, man, bro. That's that one and only. I'll be like tripping on that dude. That's my dude though. I like that inside of that you find, it's like good and bad for everything. Some things to the extreme, some things to the back.
Exactly.
But it is that. That's why I would want you to be mindful of when you do meditate. It's not taken away from some of these good action steps. But if you do need to meditate, so your action steps is good though. But just don't let that meditation take over. And in that seeking, I
Turn
want
into
you,
wallowing.
bro. It will. It
You
will
being
sit there.
disguised as meditating, but you wallowing.
Bro, it's not that, man. It's the rules. And when you say the and the stuff that don't work, I always like to plagiarize somebody and then make a change on it. So I would almost say Deepak Chopra is who like guided me into my first shit. My first little things, it was just a thing like, I think I can't sit still and stop. And still, meditation for me, just so everybody knows, it never goes clear for me all the way.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
you losing
I'm
that one too.
completely-
I think you lost the thing.
Okay.
I will say that meditation for me, just so everybody knows, is levels to it because there's different people who can get different places. It's slow way down for me. That's me like not having a million thoughts and only having 1,000 thoughts. And that is good meditation for me. I used to think that was bad. It's even when you meditation and you lose your train of thought, you just got to jump back into it though.
See, my
It's
meditation
rules.
is
Who? See?
like,
Plenty of people.
I would
Guess
go
what my
hoop, and I would just literally work through my thoughts while
Yeah.
I'm hooping. Like,
Bro, guess what it is for me? Driving a car. Because I need to stay safe on the road.
I'm present,
using everything.
but I'm also
I gotta-
disconnected.
If I know how good I am using my spiritual condition, if my car wasn't so raggedy, I used to could say how if I got my radio on or off, but my car's so raggedy now, I cannot afford to turn my car off because that's going to cause me more meditation problems from being irritated from bad shit happening, shit that is out of my control. But it is that though. I love that you do have some solutions. And the good thing is we marking this from history, and I like to almost revisit this 1 year from now and say, listen, fill in some more. And trust me, because I've been on a similar journey, and the traditions and the frequency that you need to have the motivation like you did church with is part of the solution. Part of what's a component of what we did in those fellowships was it was ritual. It's Sundays, Wednesdays. It's songs. It's tradition. It's communion with people you know. It's a pledge to get in this bit. You know what I'm saying? Like and that made it with motivation.
Mindset.
Oh, it's some bad shit.
I'm going to heaven. I'm going to the.
Oh yeah, the
so,
payoff.
So, like I said,
The payoff. We'll
yeah,
take the payoff
exactly.
today.
So the payoff, you was like,
Oh,
no matter what
man.
the fuck this world brings to me, the payoff.
Streets of gold.
Exactly. So like,
Heaven
it's
is
like
heaven.
I'm working towards $1 million payoff, like, and I can't lose as long as I do this. But yeah, so that is a little bit where I'm at, kind of all over the place.
I don't even think
myself like walking through the fog a little bit, trying to find my footing again. Not even my footing, trying to find a path again. Because that's a little bit too. I feel like I've been knocked off my path, but I feel like it's allowed distractions and a lot of fog in the air right now, and it's like
That's
covering up my path. And it's like I gotta find my path again.
I mean, if I did this one, that shit is crazy. Because I got too much not good shit. And I used to think like I ain't got no purpose, I ain't got no path. What the reality is for me is I lost what that motivation was. And that was the family structure in my life. So, because for me, I've been lucky. Like, I've been lucky enough to see the world. I've been in the military. I've seen the best and the worst of society from the military. I've seen people actually throw bombs, you know, shooting people with big ass bullets. Ain't right, goddamn. It just ain't right. A damn 22 bullet that weren't good enough, but we over here fucking people up.
Pencil-sized bullet.
I would love us talking about like 2025 and we blowing people up like this. Goddamn, we got war machines and that's where our moral compass is to fuck people up. Fuck y'all and them robots, man. But you know, you deal with shit, and my motivation for a lot of my moral compass and things like that got completed. And to say that that's not part of the indoctrination or me not having a tool set to deal with these things, and a person, my significant other at the time, had a growth. I don't know what the fuck, whatever. I could care less. Even if her opinion just changed about me, even if it was me, it's just no longer tenable. And that is not, when I missed that, that was a big bunch of motivation for me doing the right thing. I would say on this part of the journey, so you can invest this leg of the journey forward, fill in some of those things. How do you, because I'm telling you, that's what it is. Like you feeling like you're not on the right path, because the path was lit and rolling down for you in that theology. You just praise the Lord with all your heart.
Well, I've been off that path.
I know. Now,
But
and I don't even say
the path
that.
that I've been on, it's like it's getting blurry now to be like, nigga, I can't see where I'm at. The compass is,
It ain't who
compass
walked.
ain't compassing right now.
Who walked down this path? And here's what I just gotta wriggly bridges keep letting you know. Cody, no matter what we talking about, you always been on your own path.
Yeah.
You've been putting your own feet in them damn shoe holes. Ain't nobody coming picking your feet up and putting them back down. You've been doing that. So that illusion and that damn fucking indoctrination to make you think you like somewhere where you ain't supposed to be. Good mother Annie Tucker will tell you. My mother said always, hey listen, God got you right where he wants you to be or you wouldn't be there.
Okay.
That's just a fact of the matter. Like, bro, you can't argue that point because you wouldn't be at this point in time in history if you know. True, you got some choices that matter in it, but if you want to believe in the history, everything happened and everything, no coincidence, you probably right on time with where you at. And just the illusion to make you think like that path ain't lit up, or maybe I don't think that it might be blurry, but you just need to turn your flashlight on sometime, and your flashlight might be dimming, but you've been cutting a new path. Every day is a new path.
It's a new fucking battery.
Yeah, man. Like, you gotta just look down, put the light down there to see where the fuck you going sometimes, bro. And that's where, but it is when you're doing things new, when you got a bigger history of traditional, learned up things on how you doing it, to break out the norms of them is uncomfortable. I mean, if they all of a sudden made all us drive on the right side of the car instead of the left side of the car, it's a learning curve. I'm sure we know countries could do it.
What the?
Eventually, we're gonna catch up to it. You know, and I think that's where you at too. And that confidence, I'm over here telling you, like, no, bro. It's crazy because you are, Cody, if y'all don't know, is such a great visionary. He do see things. And when he don't see it himself and he see it as blurry, I can understand that. Like, you know, like, well, why can't I see that quick? It'll make it sense. But then it's that other trick of the devil that I would always say. It'll work for all of us and the collective. It's always hard to apply it to you yourself. You know, what's that blocker? And when your great thoughts and when you get more wisdom underneath you, solve some of the answer to some of those problems. You know what I mean? Like, unblue blocker them motherfuckers a few times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to them meta AI glasses. Fuck them blue blocker shit. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that is where I'm at with it, man. Just life is life, and
Yep.
trying to not let it drown me, but keep my
supposed to be working on the shit.
keep my head above the water and continue to, I guess,
throw that
swim
away,
towards
Yeah.
the shore. Shit.
You already know. And like you said, man, when you giving time, that solution is gonna happen in a time that's either in the present or in the future. You feel me? That clarity.
Yeah.
So as much as we are true to learn from history, don't forget we just want to get the information out of there and not drag those emotions back in here. Yeah, you can't live it. You can't have residency in the past. It's good to remember the past, not to have residency in the past. You cannot do it because it's the emotion. Trust me, because I go back and Usher Let It Burn for no fucking reason. It ain't good.
I feel like that's a great ending.
Let's go.
You said don't have residency in the past,
You can have remembrance.
but
Yep.
you can remember and learn from the past.
Yeah.
But don't live there,
Yeah.
especially in the negative things and
Absolutely.
bringing those negative things to the future.
Yep.
Well, to the present. No.
Yeah, you gonna
So
drag
bringing
that.
those
Yep.
feelings and negative feelings and things to the present moment, to where you are living in the past, mentally. So those are those thoughts and those things
Yeah.
that I'm working through right now.
That's so dope.
Trying not to live in the past,
Yep.
learn from mistakes, and continue to try to work through things.
Yeah.
My nigga Cody said, the homie said, I've been getting through shit while getting over shit. Well, no, he said I've been going through shit while
That's
getting over shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my sentiment right now.
There we
Going
go.
through shit while still getting over shit. So, but don't live in the past.
Don't live in the past. It ain't nothing good for you. Man, thank y'all so much, man. We're going to check y'all out. We probably should get you another one. Happy 420. Check us out this weekend. Black Vanguard, man. Peace, peace, peace. Thank y'all.